Hi everyone, I'm back again with 30 minutes of excitement from the automobile world. I'm Siddharth, Vinayak, Patankar. This is the Car and Bike Show. Thanks for joining us. What do we have for you today? Let's check out today's lineup. A massive CNB exclusive, the new generation Volkswagen Golf. It's goodbye to Mumbai's quintessential taxi cab. And get to know more of our nominees for the Viewers' Choice Awards. First, let me talk about this little gadget in my hands. It's the HCB 150. It's essentially a hands-free that you can use when you're driving, to use with your cell phone, of course. It works using Bluetooth. But what's new and special about that? Well, we'll discuss all those salient features in a short while. Let's get on with our CNB scoop. That's the Golf, of course. And when you say Volkswagen Golf, you're talking about a car legend. The latest generation is out, and we have it for you on CNB. More than 25 million built to date, and each one a holder of the proud legacy that Volkswagen cars inherit at birth. But in the case of the Golf, that legacy is even more important, since this is the car that in 1974 replaced the legendary original Beetle. So the Golf from VW has been around for over 3 decades, in many generations of course. And the latest 6th generation car is here to ignite the world. Fresh from a world debut at the Paris Motor Show in September, the car is served up for you here on CNB. A cold, wintry, snowy day near Wolfsburg for me and the Golf. Of course, it was a few days ago, as you can see by my beard, which helped keep me warmer, thank you very much. Now, the design of the 6th generation Golf is yet another masterpiece from head of design at VW, Walter De Silva. Now, you know I'm a big fan of his work because the designs sort of grab your attention right away. Now, with the Golf, the whole intention was to keep the car pretty much the same dimensions as the old one, try and keep the appeal of the old one. And why is that? Well, because this is a very popular model all over the world, and it's, of course, the 3rd largest selling model of all time, right from the time it was launched in the 70s. And also, the current generation, the 5th generation, was not really sort of outdated. It wasn't crying for help, and so it was doing pretty well, even at the time it was being phased out. So that's why the intention was to not go very far or try and do something radically different from the old car. Let's take a look at the face of the car now. It's a lot more compact looking in the front. The idea here is to try and, a little bit like what we've seen in the VW Scirocco. And so you've seen, you can see that the grille has become a lot slimmer. It's got 2 chrome slats on it. The VW logo is nice and big. And you've got the headlamp cluster, which is also sort of swooping in. It's not big and chunky looking. It's sort of compact, and it comes in. It gives the car a bit of a meaner look, because the old Golf always looked a little more friendly in that sense. And that's nice because, well, it looks different enough, and yet it maintains the overall stance of the old car. What you can hear is the old car coming in, and that's what I wanted to show you. Take a look at it. It's got a very attractive face, very typical, and of course a lot like the Jetta, because it is the same platform. And you can see that this one has such a big headlamp, much wider grille, smaller logo, and it looks a lot different to the new Golf. In terms of dimensions, you can see when you look at this car from the side and you look at that one, they do look very similar, isn't it? The overall shape and size, even the way that the hatch door comes down at the back, the angle of the hatch door, it's all looking pretty much similar in its appeal. But the tail lamp cluster over there and the tail lamp cluster over here, again, different. This one is a little bit more stylish, if you will. It's also it's not as in your face as the one back there, and yet it maintains a little bit of the charm of the old car. It's also slimmer, wraps around, and you got the big Golf badging back here. The hatch door, typical, and TSI tells you, of course, that this is the new range of petrol engines that, well, a lot of people have been talking about for some time now. We can't wait for them to make their way into the Indian market as well. But